I'm not a therapist, but there's just two D's that you cannot do in a relationship. One, be desperate. Two, have them dim your light. And on the latest episode of What's the Reality with AD, Lydia was on there talking about she felt how her light was dimmed. Milton didn't want her to, wear these swimsuits that she loved, would be rude to her, be nasty with her, and be talking to other women. But also on the season, we go back and she was being desperate, like wanting to find a man, wanting to find a man. The whole thing with Uche came out, like she was stalking him and stuff like that. Do you believe she was stalking him? I don't really know. Uche was not that good of a person. Everybody's in there like, oh, that's her karma, that's her karma. Well, Uche is not that good of a person. But I will say that being desperate on these shows never gets you what you really need to get. And I don't know, I really wasn't a whole Milton fan. But the fact that she was talking about how he was trying to control her, I don't like that. And I hate when a man is like, oh, you need to be in your feminine energy. Huh? How about you be in your masculine energy? Got me up in your parents' house because we trying to save money. Nah, you should already have the money. But you want to fly, go to school, be talking to other women and stuff like that. That is crazy to me. And then talking about, I don't want a promiscuous woman. Don't want her wearing bathing suits on Instagram. But then you liking pictures with people with their bathing suits. Like, is that not a hypocrite? And it's just so sad. But I do like how Lydia was graceful. Like, she ain't say nothing. She was quiet. She's like, maybe the internet was right. She didn't know. And she does seem like sad and stuff like that. They always say there's two sides to two stories. But the fact that Milton wanted the NDA to be signed for the divorce is crazy to me. So we're going to see if he come out with his story. But I just think Love is Blind needs to be canceled because these marriages are not lasting. The red flags that I seen in the marriage was that he was definitely young. And he probably wanted to be a husband. He was traditional. But baby, he was not ready to be no husband. She was like 30-something years old. But I'm not going to say she wasn't crazy because she kept crying. And I guess she was like, that's her vulnerability side. But I will say Lydia cried a lot. But then it's like horrible to say like he loves that about her. Then it'd be like, oh, but that's also the things that he hate about her. And so here's just a couple of red flags that I think that we need to watch out from dating with men is one, men who always say they want submission and peace, but aren't providers, are respectful. Like, you want me to respect you, but you can't respect me. Okay. And then the next one is I hate when men be like, oh, feminine. Boy, you ain't masculine. Got me up in this house, not paying no bills, not protecting me, like, not protecting my feelings, don't care, cheating on me, talking to other women, doing stuff like that. Like, how you trying to be this masculine man and you can't even protect or provide for your girl? And she talked about how she was sick and she has fibromyalgia, and then you was being rude and not like helping her and stuff like that. This is all Lydia saying this. So I don't know. We haven't seen nothing about Milton. But the thing I will say though is like, don't always go for the nice guy, because Milton did portray nice, this good guy syndrome and stuff like that. And just because he's nice and he's like, good doesn't mean he's kind and genuine. So that's how they get you that way, I believe. And they don't even really truly like you. So maybe he was just like, oh, I found her and then she's beautiful, I want to be with her. But they can also see a woman who is desperate and then they come in and they can manipulate you. So just because he's nice or he's a good guy does not mean he's the one for you. You need someone who likes you, who ain't gonna play about you and step for you. Okay? So yeah, y'all need to throw Love is Blind away. Chris Colleen, okay? It's not working. And then the horrible contracts, and then when they get a divorce, you don't even help them, but you want them to come on the show for $8,000. Bye.